Every year, thousands of people die in hospitals worldwide, which makes these buildings the biggest killers in the world. But you didn't come here to hear about that. You came here to hear about the scariest hospital horror stories, which is why we've collected the most frightening ones for you right here. In today's video, we'll talk about a few of them, but make sure to leave a like before we begin. Let's go. Have you ever been in a hospital? Chances are you have. And chances are you were scared when you went there. Hospitals are eerie places. Even though they're supposed to be where you go to get better, they're also where people die every single day. It's this duality that makes hospitals so scary. And it's also what makes them such hotbeds for ghost stories, from haunted hospital wards to doctors who operate on the dead. Here are 5 scary hospital horror stories that are guaranteed to make you never want to set foot in a hospital again. No. 5. The ghost of a hospital. A group of students decided to pull an all-nighter in a hospital, and they soon regretted their decision. As they were walking through the hospital, they heard what sounded like screams in the distance. They assumed it was just some equipment malfunctioning until they realized that the screams were coming from inside one of the walls. They tried to ignore it, but the noise only got louder until finally one of the students broke down and ran out of the hospital, never looking back. No. 4. The woman who wouldn't stop crying. A young woman was admitted to a hospital after she had a car accident. She was in a coma for several days, but when she finally woke up, she couldn't stop crying. Her family and friends were concerned, but no one could figure out why she was so upset. Then one of the nurses noticed that the woman was crying blood. No, the patient who wasn't there. A nurse was working in a hospital when she saw something that made her blood run cold. She was taking care of a patient who was supposed to be alone in his room, but when she opened the door, she saw him standing at the window. As she approached him, he turned around and she realized that he wasn't actually there at all. Number 2. The haunted hospital bed. A group of doctors and nurses were working in a hospital when they heard about a patient who kept checking out of his room in the middle of the night. They thought it was strange, but they shrugged it off until one of them decided to stay in the hospital overnight to see what was going on. He soon realized that the patient wasn't checking out on his own. Every time he left his bed, it was because someone was helping him. And when he turned around to see who it was, he saw the ghost of a little girl. Number 1. The surgery. A surgeon was performing a routine operation when he felt something brush against his leg. He assumed it was just the curtain moving, but then he felt it again. When he looked down, he saw a little girl standing on the operating table next to him. She was pale and emaciated, and she was wearing a nightgown that was stained with what looked like blood. Then she vanished. The surgeon was shaken, but he finished the operation and went to check on his patient. That's when he found out that she had died on the operating table. We hope you enjoyed these scary hospital horror stories. If you did, be sure to let us know in the comments below. And if you have your own hospital horror stories to tell, we encourage you to do so. Also, make sure to watch another one of our videos. Thanks for watching.